Hello everybody, how is everybody doing? Oh, let me just scroll back down here and get this music turned down a little bit. Let's get this music turned down a little bit. Yes. Hello. It's the Cranky Canuck, back with another late night. See that sign that right down there? It says late night with Cranky and friends.
Hello.
Yes, we are back. And I, of course, on this
Cranky,
side...
you're muted.
Oh,
Cranky's still muted.
Oh, zing.
You mean I went through all that, all those gestures?
Like, you actually started.
Yes.
Like, I heard you say something, and then all of a sudden I just see you. I thought you were dancing again, because Cranky was busting a move right before show, guys. Just, you missed it, and I don't know if I can get him to do it again.
No, it ain't happening. I don't do it on camera. I don't even do it on the dance floor. Anyway, as I was going like this, it's late night with Cranky and friends. I am the Cranky Canuck in a slightly embarrassed moment.
Apparently they heard you in chat, so you're good.
Oh, don't tell me I was actually pushing the press to talk button too. Jesus Christ. Oh, god damn. Anyway.
Yeah.
On this side of the board, we have the beautiful Hasselhoff here to join us for another evening. How
Hello.
are you, dear?
Lovely.
Lovely. And
Lovely.
You have an awesome story to tell us in a few minutes, and I really want to hear about this. But
right.
First time here, and hopefully the first of many, Mr. Dallant is here with us. An awesome streamer. He was away for a little while. He's coming back in. He's coming back in strong, folks. So somebody...
Dude, he's coming back in with no pants on. Like,
no
right
panties.
Yeah.
Right up there in my book.
Commando.
Yes.
I wouldn't...
Yeah.
Sorry. And Twitch has like a terms of service thing that I can't actually
read.
I have to be clothed at all times. Apparently, if you read it, it's a total bullcrap.
Fuck it. We don't care. As you can tell, folks, we are not politically correct here. No, it doesn't work that way. No, we're definitely not. So, if you're the sensitive type, fuck off. Anyway. First off, I gotta ask Pentakill. What's the Pentakill story? Please tell us the Pentakill story.
Alright, so Dizzy Disaster was playing Smite last night with a bunch of us because we haven't done it in a while. and I am get out of here. I am a nice person, so I gave the control of my computer and my ability to play with everybody to John the Blue Cow. And so apparently, even though he hasn't played in forever, he turned into a fucking ninja overnight and started just pretty much kicking everybody's ass. And so they're playing, was it Arena? Yeah. It was Arena. All right. So they're going through, they are so, like, the game is so close and they're losing. They're pretty much getting their asses fucking beat, all right? And this one pulls a pentakill. Like, you see deicide and then you see pentakill come right on the screen, and I kid you not, and nobody else could hear it because it was push to talk, but he screamed like a little girl. And shook, physically was shaking. I got a pentakill! And he starts looking at, I got a pentakill! And I was like, oh my god, it's 11 o'clock. Please don't yell. Please don't yell. Like, I've never seen anybody physically react to something like that before. It was probably the best thing. If I was smart enough, I would have recorded it and put it on.
Damn right. That's evidence. That's blackmail
Facebook
evidence. You know,
Twitter or whatever.
Yeah. Vine will work well.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, well, that would have been awesome to see on live. Yeah, that would have been awesome. Anyway, Dallin, you are coming back to the streaming world, which is really, really good news.
I mean, like, coming back, it's more like I'm showing my face every once in a while, and that's kind of exciting. I have internet now, which is great because I was, I think, in a third world country for a while.
Well, you are. You're in Canada.
I'm in Canada.
And I can say that because I'm Canadian, so...
It's true. But yeah, no, I got a sweet internet connection now, and we'll see. It's not quite up to the standards of my old stream where I had like a green screen and I was coming up with ideas and things. Mostly I just show up, you know, again without my pants on and hope that that's enough to satisfy people.
Well, you
got cranky.
And I know how you feel about that, Cranky, but
yeah.
It's going worldwide, so
oh, God.
We'll see.
Cranky's
what we
doing
can do.
that on purpose, Ron. He's bringing all of the Canadians in to take over. Absolutely.
Yes.
He's doing it on purpose.
Damn right.
I don't. Well, I mean, we need to do something to make up for Bieber.
And bagged milk.
There's nothing wrong with bagged milk.
What? What? That's true.
That's
Don't knock it until you squeezed it.
Yeah, until you squeezed it.
This man is a genius.
Yeah, that's kind of a standing joke around here because when I first started the late night show, Glurms, who is from Portugal, wanted to see, because we've been talking about me and Milk Bags Canada and Milk Bags in the Disney stream for quite a while, and he wanted to see what the fuck Milk Bags were. So I showed him on stream. I brought out a bag of milk and took out the 3 bags and said, yes, we have, bagged milk. And when we do go, partner, that's going to be one of the emoticons. Is going to be bagged milk.
Brilliant.
That is inevitable.
Yeah.
And inedible.
Well, yeah, but it's
also
drinkable.
Yeah.
On the rocks, off the rocks, it doesn't really matter. Milk goes good with just about anything except rye. No, not a word of a lie. When I was working in the bar,
yes, please tell me these stories.
Right?
One of my customers at the bar used to come in and order shots of rye. Like he, on the no rocks, no nothing, just a glass of rye. So he'd get his ounce and a half of rye, and he'd be a happy camper. But every once in a while, he'd want rye with a side of milk.
I just got banned in chat. I think it's the most hilarious thing. It's Dark Devil's fault. I'm calling him out right now.
Oh, the caps. Yeah.
That Dark Devil.
But yeah, he would order his rye with a side of milk, and it was like, dude,
with a side of milk. That's okay.
A side shot of milk.
I mean, he's not pouring it right in there. He's not like trying to make his own cheese curds or nothing.
No, that's what he would do. He would pour in how much he wanted.
Oh.
I'm not even going to be able to handle today. I just can't.
What? Don't tell me you're working as a bartender.
Me?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Okay, good. Because I could share some really good stories. Anyway, let's get on with the show. As is our want. By the way, if you get that link that's in Skype, Dallant, it is okay. That's so we can all watch at the same time. You don't get stuck behind a 30-second delay and so on and so forth.
I was really looking forward to that awkwardness.
You were? Well, we can arrange that.
Don't worry, I got my own awkwardness. I've brought it with me.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
Okay.
Anyway, as is our want, we like to start off, if we can, with either, an up-and-coming movie trailer or something really cool that's from, movies or television or whatever. And I think I got to turn this down just a little bit more. It's still a little too loud. There we go. Came across this one today, and it is a Star Trek Renegades official trailer. It's for a fan-made Star Trek movie called Star Trek Renegades. And like I said, we do have a video for it. So let's take a look and see what you guys think of Star Trek Renegades.
We will not be stopped by you.
Well, not there, you dickwad. Start back there. Thank you very much. Jesus Christ,
Slap it around, Cranky. Cranky? What?
Beyond this place of wrath and tears, wounds but the horror of the shade.
I'll lead them away. You stay here.
Don't leave me!
I have to, or they'll get you too.
There may be evidence that she is still alive.
You might recognize some old faces.
Do this mission, and I will.
I'm worried about you, Poppy. You should have retired years ago.
I'm only 143. With all the new medical advances, I'll be around when you become captain.
The Federation made a grave mistake in interfering. We will not be stopped by you. We will not be stopped by
Oh no.
The Council refuses to act. He is destroying planets, and yet they do nothing.
We can't trust anyone.
Our salvation may rest with rogues and outcasts.
Alexa, sing. You're supposed to be serving out a life sentence in an Orion prison.
A recognized leader of a whole world, and we just stroll in and assassinate him.
Starfleet's prime directive won't let them interfere, so they have to find someone else.
Spirit without discipline can have deadly consequences.
This is his stronghold. Ultra fortified.
That won't bother me.
Be careful. One tragedy is enough. Make no mistake. You will be hunted.
That's the way we like it.
I will bring the Federation to their knees.
We could be in trouble.
We're already in trouble.
Let's give them hell. Return fire.
Be careful, Pavel. This could get out of hand very easily.
User left your channel.
Okay, so that is a fan-made film that this is a trailer for. Saw some recognizable faces in there from the Star Trek universe. Yes, that was a Kardashian ninja. Yes. Their booties are everywhere. What do you guys think? Dallant, since you're brand new here, you get first crack at this.
First crack at the movie review. That's I gotta say, it's super intimidating to me because I watched this trailer earlier just in preparation, just so that I would have something to say, and I watched it and I thought, I still have no idea what this movie is about, except for Star Trek people and maybe some out of work porn actors that are now in way too much makeup. And what can I say? I think it's probably, since it's, did you say it has a lot of fan base behind it?
It's fan made. It's a movie and a trailer made by fans of Star Trek.
And that makes total sense to me because there's just a whole lot going on that I don't recognize. And when I read some of the comments, from where that trailer was posted, people are going, well, it's just nice to have that universe alive, because apparently there's like books that have gone into this prime universe that I am not caught up on. I watched the J.J. Abrams versions and I'm like, cool, shooty, yeah. And but I can't call myself a hardcore Trek fan, so unless I can find like a Trek fan to go with who can like lean over in the movie theater and be like, that's 7 of 9's cousin, and I'd be like, 7 of 9 was so hot, I love this movie. Then unless that happens, I'm probably not just gonna like rush out to the theater and see it, although I will anyways because I'm a sci-fi.
Awesome!
So.
You're gonna fit in really good here then. Haas, what do you think?
Honestly, it kind of felt like a Star Trek version of a Lifetime lady tampon movie. Like, I just felt like the acting.
What?
Like a Lifetime lady tampon movie.
What the fuck is that?
Have you ever watched a movie on Lifetime?
No.
But yeah, well, there's a reason for that. They are god awful, god awful. And
they bring on your period a week early.
Right, and then the bears come. Like
Ugh.
there is no help. Well, no, all right. I appreciate the amount of effort and the makeup and the whole production value of these fan-made movies. Like, that's pretty fucking impressive, okay? But you could tell it's a fan-made movie.
Well, you generally can.
Yeah, no? So, that's, I don't know. Oh, Papa, no, Papa. No, Papa, no.
Papa, no.
I feel like it's kind of not fair. I don't know, Cranky, are you like are you a Trekkie? Like, can you fight for this? Because I feel like we're kind of all on one side where... Like
the only thing I will say is I like because see, to me Star Trek has always been clean.
Mm-hmm.
They're the idealized future where everything is clean, everybody's nice, it's just perfect. Like, my favorite sci-fi television series had to be Babylon 5. That was gritty, that was dark, that was good stuff. That was more honest to me than the Star Trek world. When it came to Star Trek, probably my favorite was DS9. Because again, it was darker, it was a little grittier, it was a little more honest in its presentation of the environment. It didn't feel like, oh, we're just stepping into the 25th century and everything's perfect. No. With this, I liked the atmosphere they were trying to create.
Yeah.
But no.
I have a feeling if any of us were like huge Star Trek fans, we would think completely different about this. Like,
I don't know.
I'd probably be like gushing
Dark Devil's
over.
In the chat, he's not on board. He says he's a huge Star Trek fan too.
Dark Devil just wants to argue with everyone.
Yeah, Dark
about
Devil's
everything.
a dick.
This is the first time me and Dark Devil have ever agreed on something. And it's blowing my
shit,
mind
Mark,
right
where's
now.
the calendar? We gotta mark this one
Like,
down.
right? Somebody needs to know this.
Anyway, okay. We got a little bit of a PSA for you guys. That's public service announcements for those that are slow on acronyms. Warning, scammers are hiding malware behind fake Steam pages. Over the weekend, the makers of psychedelic adventure game Octopus City Blues, I love that name.
It sounds dirty.
Well, yeah, but
that's why he likes the name.
Yeah, I know.
It's Octopus.
You made me ink.
It's Octopus. It's like, how can you help? Anyway, we're surprised to discover a perfect copy of their Steam page. Sitting in the concept section of Steam. Name, trailer, screenshots, descriptions, everything. There was, however, one big difference between the 8-legged clone and the developer Ghost in a Bottle's original slab of Steam whatever. What happened was that the links on those pages led to malware sites. So basically, you clicked on the link and your machine was no longer yours.
Am I the only one not totally surprised by this?
Nope, I'm not surprised at all. This is a growing trend. This is not the first time it's happened on Steam. As a matter of fact, I think we've talked about it before. But anyway, meanwhile, the creators of the fake Octopus City Blues page aren't the ones other games listed in Steam's concept section. There's one illicit copy of RPG Gorlock online page, and it advertised a public beta that predictably leads to a malware link. That one appears to be set up in various forms since late March. Like, Steam's not doing anything about this.
That's the kicker for me.
Yes.
It's been fucking. They know.
Yep.
6:45 there was an update. 6:45 Valve sent them a message and said, we've taken down the links and we're going to be like following up on this. So I'm thinking that because it got to the front page of Kotaku, that Valve actually was like, oh crap, we got to do something about that one.
Oh, let's finally pull our heads out of our asses.
Like these guys actually, they tried to get a hold of Steam, and tried to get a hold of Valve and say, look, this is what's happening. Got no response. Other authors that have done the same thing have gotten no response.
Yeah.
But it takes, front page on some gaming blog with this fucked up name to...
a really bad game. What the fuck was he doing? He was demoing a game and put us all to sleep.
Yes.
Twice?
Oh,
Twice.
God,
Same guy.
Same guy, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Oh, God, he's a cockatoo, Kotaku writer, and he decided, I guess, he could do playthroughs. No.
Oh no.
It was like, the old term snooze fest? This was like snore fest. This was just
my grandpa invented that phrase.
But anyway, folks, be very, very careful when you're tripping around Steam clicking on links. Because...
one thing, I mean, like... I'm just going to stand up in defense of Steam, if I could.
That. Yep, sure.
Because Steam has been doing some pretty cool things, and the reason that we have these malware sites and pages is because Steam has made it very inclusive and open to the community to put not just like the AAA titles and the, even like the established indie studios or whoever, like say, the guy that made Super Meat Boy can put something up. It's like people can go there and they can talk about a concept for a game. If they have the knowledge to put up a concept page for, hey, this is a game I want to make. What does the community feel about this? There's lots of those pages out there and lots of them. And there's like a huge community that just kind of like focuses on that little niche. Like, oh, I want to look at, what people are thinking about doing. And that gets them excited. It's like, it's watching, it's Kerbal Space Program, in its formative stages, how exciting is that?
Yeah.
And so stuff like, and this is bad, like bad stuff is happening, but it's because Steam is offering those abilities to the average person.
In another way as well, it shows the actual popularity, because you got to admit, malware and virus writers and Trojan writers, they go after the most popular targets, right? That's why Windows has been nailed year after year since whenever, because it's the number one. Apple's starting to get hit by that because it's coming up. It's becoming a larger target. They go for large targets. And right now, like Steam is growing. It's continuing to grow year after year, and it's becoming a larger and larger target, which makes it more viable for these assholes to do this shit. So yeah, it's I don't entirely blame Steam. I think though that they've got to start upping their security. They've got to start reacting faster than just, let's wait until Kotaku says something and then we'll do something. You know?
Yeah, I agree. The channels for how they react to these sorts of things they're too much for Valve to handle on what they have right now on their framework.
Yeah, they definitely got to get a better system for dealing with this. Have either of you been following what Square Enix has been doing on Twitch at all?
No.
Okay, it started yesterday, it continued today, and it was supposed to go until tomorrow. And it's Can't Kill Progress, I think, on Steam, on Twitch is what it is. Mm-hmm. And basically what it was a live stream of some guy in a very futuristic looking room who is being treated as a prisoner. Like when it first came on yesterday morning, he was strapped to a chair. He was handcuffed. He was in a chair. He was being, tortured.
Was he good looking?
Well, if you like the hipster look, I guess maybe.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally into this.
Yeah. But anyway, so the speculation started up of what game this was for, because they said this was a slow reveal of a new project. It was called Project CPK, I think. Yeah, Can't Kill Progress. Whatever. CKP, Can't Kill Progress.
Okay.
And it was really... I started watching it, and it's like the guy doesn't even... Like, there's parts of that where he doesn't even move for like an hour. He's just sleeping on the floor. Or he's pacing back and forth. Or he's getting hauled out to be questioned. Or whatever. And... it's a very interesting presentation. Well, when we talked about it last night, it was kind of our thought that it was going to be for new IP. Today, it leaked. Someone got, and I'll throw the links because they also got pictures, screenshots, or whatever, storyboard stuff for the game. And it's apparently the next Deus Ex game.
For what game?
Deus Ex. So they were doing like a concept art piece for.
Like sex. Sorry, I'm sorry.
We have a new game coming out, and it's for the, for the sex.
For the sex.
Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's kind of...
Here's the thing, though. It was supposed to be a 3-day event. Now, you can be guaranteed that this wasn't done for small change. You got actors, you've got, video shit to do. So it was a good couple $1 million spent on this deal, right? And it gets blown out of the water the second day. Like, somebody somewhere is fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, don't throw out the possibility that it was going nowhere. Like, you've spent like $80,000 putting this together, and then like you've got 12 viewers watching you.
No,
or
at any time there was at least 10,000 people watching that stream.
Okay, that's pretty good.
At any time you went in there was at least anywhere between 8,000 to 12,000 people. I averaged it out, but it's between 8,000 to 12,000 people.
Okay, I'm just wondering like whether it or not somebody was disappointed down the line and thought Deus Ex is a bigger, like, if we can push this now, get people to watch the stream, get people into it, like. Whether they hit the panic button at some point. I'm just throwing it out there.
No,
don't really know.
That very well could be. Like, what do you think, Haas?
What's the potential of it being a PR stunt?
I could see it if it happened tomorrow. Right? I could see it. But in the middle of it, and especially first thing in the morning, when these images leaked and the name leaked, I'm not so sure it was done intentionally.
No.
No. I don't...
That's always the first thing that comes to my mind. Always.
Well, that's because we're pessimistic pricks.
We're cynical.
Yeah, like this. Of course, that's going to be our first thought. Anyway, and it got leaked. It's the new Deuce. I say Deuce. I know I'm probably saying it wrong, but I say Deuce X.
The Deuce is loose.
The Deuce. Are you serious?
Oh my God, guys!
Dice Clay? Really? Awesome! Awesome!
Oh man.
The Deuce is. I get this. You know how rarely I hear anybody that actually remembers that name. That comedian. He's hilarious. I loved him.
Oh, look at you! You're so excited.
Well, yeah, it's like when somebody who was that I was interviewing? I was doing the guys for Booba, and they said that part of the character were sort of a slide off from Ren and Stimpy, and it was like Ren and Stimpy. Holy fuck! Like people, it's like
those motherfuckers. I had Happy Happy Joy Joy stuck in my head for about an hour after that. I was a little pissed.
Yeah, that was.
I
shaving
still
my
think
yak.
my dad is a little bit weird for introducing me to Ren and Stimpy, like while I was a child.
Your dad introduced you to him?
Yeah, because he would, go out and, honey, I'm gonna go rent some cartoons for the children, and then we'd watch Ren and Stimpy, and we're just like, he's pulling out tooth nerves.
Ugh. I still can't watch
Sorry.
that one.
I don't blame you. That was some disgusting stuff, and there was close-ups and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You
When
do
they got
know
all intense.
that was a Canadian cartoon creation.
Yeah. That was Nickelodeon at their best.
It really was.
That was an awesome cartoon. That was just incredible.
Have you ever watched? They came out with the video of the adult version of the Ren and Stimpy episodes they never played because they were too adult. Did you ever see that?
No.
There's a woman in the shower, and I think Stimpy squirts soap out of her boobs and stuff. It was really fucked up. It wasn't surprising because Ren and Stimpy was always just a really screwed up show. But yeah, they have a DVD out that shows you those hidden adult ones that they never played on TV because it was too risque for Nickelodeon.
The other one that I really liked was Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It was,
stuff.
and Pinky and the Brain was just like an animated short for Animaniacs, too.
Don't get
And it went nuts. Yes. Everybody fell in love with it, and they had to keep making them.
Still one of the most brilliant shows ever.
It's the only reason I know geography at all.
And the U.S. presidents?
Video. Yes. Yes.
I still sing Don't Pee on the Electric Fence when I go out to take a leak outside.
I've got to ask, after they make, after you make, a really good movie like, Bridesmaid, The Heat, and Spy, what do you think as a director your next project should be?
Wait, I've done really good movies like Spy and Bridesmaid.
Look, Bridesmaid is a hilarious
Bridesmaid
movie,
is great.
The pooping
Bridesmaid is
scene
great. I'm not gonna
All right.
poo-poo on Bridesmaids.
All right.
Although there was a lot of poo-poo in Bridesmaids. But no, okay, what am I gonna... I'm gonna do whatever makes me more money. Whatever pays for my delicious downtown LA condo, that's what I'm gonna do.
How about a Play-Doh movie?
I did not.
Sure.
Yes.
I mean, does Hasbro want to write the check? Let's do this.
Apparently, Paul Feig and Hasbro are teaming up to create a Play-Doh movie.
Well, all right. The Lego Movie was really good, and I know more adults who said the Lego Movie was great than kids. So
Yeah, but-
I'm wondering if they could do something with Play-Doh.
Yeah, but Lego's solid. It's you can actually it's like.
Well, here's the thing. The thing about the Lego Movie was that before they did that, they started doing Lego video games. Like, they started doing Lego Lord of the Rings and Lego Star Wars and Lego Batman and Lego everything. Indiana Jones, exactly, Harry Potter. And then they came out with the Lego Movie, which was its own creation and amazing box office success, and was totally gypped at the Academy Awards, and that seemed to be all anyone was talking about. And but there was a storyline to it, which they had to make up on their own. So it's all going to be dependent on the storyline. Like, how you can say, like, oh, I'm not going to watch the Play-Doh movie, but then if the Play-Doh movie comes out with some, like, amazing trailer, like, Play-Doh just slept with my wife, and I had one night to track him down and, like, blow him to pieces and freeze him and scatter him in the river, then, like, oh, that might be horrible. I might watch that.
Fuck you, Elric. That was going to be my 1 point on this story, you asshole. You say I have one word, and that's Gumby, and he throws it out in chat before I could say it because I didn't want to be rude and interrupt a good sentence. Asshole. Gumby.
Can we... Gumby.
Good
job, Elric. I totally agree with Elric.
See, that's all I had about this.
So,
yeah.
You guys think that this could actually work? Like a Play-Doh movie could actually work?
Well, it's like Minecraft, right? Like, there's no story to Minecraft, but everybody that plays Minecraft has an amazing story about it that they tell people. Like, oh man, I was digging in this cave and a pig came out of nowhere and just ruined everything. And you're like, okay, that's an interesting way to... No, that's an interesting story that came out of your game, but, you know, there's all these emergent story tales and story tales. I'm gonna stop drinking this one.
No, drink
Switch
it
to
all.
this again.
The sippy gum.
And like, there are great stories to be told, and you can do anything with Play-Doh. That was the whole fun of Play-Doh. You could do anything with it. A Boy and His Blob was a video game about just a blob, and you wouldn't think that would be any fun, but that blob did lots of stuff, and that was awesome.
And you could eat it.
You could feed it jelly beans, and it would turn into different things, and you'd be like, yes. Why am I feeding beans to another amorphous bean-shaped object? That
The question is, why not? I don't know. Toy Story, one of the best, I guess, made
Yeah, but
movies
we're talking
ever.
about Play-Doh.
Like, he's right. You could do anything with Play-Doh, though.
when you have no limits to a story, then you can do anything you want. And this could still be as bad as any movie that comes out, but it could also be glorious. So I'll wait until I see a trailer.
Why do you keep saying Battleship?
Well, that was another game movie, like another game childhood memory movie.
They failed. Right, I pointed this out because at no point during that movie did they make the comment, "You sunk my battleship." That's it. You're done. That's why you fail. You just fail instantly. It doesn't matter what's in the movie.
Case in point. Can you imagine if at one point in a very tense scene, and they zoom in on an admiral's face, and they're like, "What's happening?" He's like, "He sunk our battleship," and everybody in the theater would have just thrown popcorn, and just nobody would sleep that night. And there'd be Oscars and just money and sequels. We'd be at Battleship 5 now.
Now, even. Yes. See? This man is a genius.
All right. Try and rescue this idea. Five Nights at Freddy's as a movie.
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. And I agree that it could be great. Here's the thing where I think Five Nights at Freddy's, I have a problem with it.
It's Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's Five Nights at Freddy's, first of all. The thing that I think about Five Nights at Freddy that's made it such a phenomenon for people, or for the community that's invested in it, is its video game, and that's its medium, and that's what makes it interactive and scary. And you get a whole bunch of people in a theater just kind of watching somebody in a place and then a scary teddy bear. Like, nope. It could be done really well if they've got the directors, I guess, or the people, the creative directors that they need to do it. But I think by changing the medium, you change what makes it scary or thrilling. And I'm not gonna go see it.
I wouldn't. I don't even play the game.
It.
Starring Tom Green. I mean, he's Canadian.
Testicle, yes.
So maybe I will see it because it'll be mandated by our government.
Yes, the Canadian content rules. It doesn't seem that lately, the day doesn't go by that we don't have something to say about Nintendo and their ever-increasing stupidity. Whether it be their policy against streamers and YouTubers, or the false collector economy they're building around the gold Mario, the amiibos. But right now, the gold Mario amiibo, which is only available through Walmart, is selling on eBay for £100, which works out to, I think, about $125 to $150 Canadian.
I told you these fuckers would be worth money.
How about...
That's cool, though.
Yeah, what?
Is that not cool?
Yeah, but here's the thing. They're more interested in these plasticky little shitty things than they are about actually getting caught up with the present and the world we live in, and how things work. Like making games that everybody can play. Like, I'm sorry, when you make Mario Party 10 and it's not online that you can play with your friends.
Who goes online to party, Cranky? Only we go online to party, because that's what we're doing right now. Right?
Are you trying to fuck up my comments?
I'm trying to. I'm just trying to throw a wrench in something.
Look, Cranky man, all I gotta say is Freddy got fingered for 5 nights. They make a porn for everything. There you go. There you go. You're welcome.
One finger at a time. I gotta get that sound clip. I have to get that.
You gotta get it.
Yeah, a friend of mine's got it. I'm gonna have to tell him to send it to me because I gotta play that one for some of this shit. But yeah, so right now the gold Mario amiibo is going for £100 on eBay, and it's only going to get worse. The price is only going to go up higher. But this led into an interesting post from, I'm not sure if they give the guy's name on this. Not in the copy I have. What was it he said about... I know I got this highlighted. Oh, yeah.
Is that all your fancy highlighting work?
Yes. It's comparatively minor, but even Nintendo's attitude with amiibos is showing how out of touch it is with the entire gaming world. We're 4 waves into the figures, and Nintendo still refuses to recognize that some might be very, very popular and more should be made available. Now, I got to come back to them because I disagree with this guy. Certain amiibos are so rare that they're impossible to find, and absolutely no effort is being made to respond to this demand. With reprint amiibos, good luck finding Marth like Ike, Lucas, Shulk, Gold Mario, Lucario, well, so on and so forth. They're selling from anywhere from $50 to $280. This guy, whoever wrote this, he said, and Nintendo still refuses to recognize that some might be very, very popular and should have made more available. No, that was the whole intention.
Yeah.
Nintendo knew exactly what they were doing with this.
Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's very upset that he can't afford the next amiibo.
Yes.
And this is a freaking government, and then they write an article that sounds like they're very informed. What I will agree with him on is there seems to be game content that is locked to certain amiibos.
Yes.
And if you don't buy those amiibos, you don't get the game content. That's crafty marketing, but if those amiibos are necessary, the price should be, like, everybody should be able to get it at, like, a reasonable DLC price. Like, I'm not going to buy DLC for $150 to play, like, an extra mission on Fire Emblem.
And what happens if one of those ones you end up having to buy off of eBay or whatever, and you go to use it and it's already being used?
Oh yeah, if that happened,
but
I would get severe constipation.
Like, if anybody thinks If
Does that not happen to anybody else? Am I alone in this? Just like the anger waiting.
That's just concentrated evil coming out of your backside.
Well, that's one way to get rid of the evilness. But if anybody thinks for 1 second that this isn't a defined marketing plan from Nintendo, they're an idiot. Because this is totally planned. They knew exactly what they were doing when they did this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So, like, he had me. He had me up until he said that. This writer. Like, I agree with a lot of the points he was making, and he was, made some solid things, and then he goes and fucks it up with this comment. Like, I'm sorry, dude, you just lost me. I'm done. I'm out of here, because you're stupid.
Well, because he starts out by saying, like, oh, Nintendo's not really keeping up with the other consoles as far as, like, community involvement or, like, getting the whole streaming thing together, and he pieced together some beautiful arguments when it came to content creation and YouTube creators like Angry Joe, Total Biscuit, like those guys that are, they're actually helping drive the community. They're actually driving customers to games, and then Nintendo's shutting them down because they don't understand what's happening.
Yeah,
and that's cool, and that's all been discussed. Like, that's all been brought up, and you just then out comes this, like, monster from the closet. It's like, it's his agenda and it's his great quest, and he's gonna, like, stop the evil of the Empire so I can afford that gold Mario, which is so beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
And it just screams out, he is the Nintendo guy. He is the guy that defends Nintendo. Yes. And he's so upset because he wants it so bad. And it's just...
And Nintendo, you should have made more of them so I could get one. You idiot.
Yeah.
You lost it. You totally lost
sorry.
it.
Out the window.
One last little bit of interesting thing is... the famous troll face that is all over the internet as one of the major meme parts. Well, apparently the kid who created it is actually making a good little bit of money off this sucker.
Good for him.
And at first he wasn't. He did this. What was it? Back in 2008, Ramirez should have been working on a college paper, but as was the case with most nights, he found himself scrolling through the anonymous image board 4chan instead. He decided to post a comic drawn up in MS Paint, something he'd done a dozen times before. He said, I didn't really have any intention to share it. I just posted it on their video game board and I went to sleep. I woke up in the morning and saw it reposted on a number of threads. And then it just went from there. He tried to, he didn't really advertise it to his family that he was doing this because he didn't really think they would understand or get it. Apparently, that's wrong. His mom loved him. You're such a smart kid. You're so good. And she even spray painted it on one of their house walls, which didn't please Dad at all. But he thought his son was really good, so he trademarked it. He copyrighted it. Smart move.
Yeah. Smart.
And it's made him, a couple $100,000 over the life of the trademark. But right now he's locked in a couple legal battles. One with what the hell is it? It's Meme Run is the name of the game, but it's being pulled from because it was a Nintendo game, so it's being pulled from the eStore. What do you think about the, we've all used it at some point or another. That trolley face, it's ended up somewhere that we've been and we've seen it. The fact that it was totally by accident, and B, that it was smart enough to trademark it. Like, I wouldn't have thought of doing that, to be honest with you. It was just an offhand thing to do.
I'm shocked he was even able to do it, to be honest. Like, to come back years later and be like, oh, hey, I was that boy.
Well,
I mean,
apparently
it was super smart.
It was, when was it copyrighted? It doesn't, 2000, it was the date of creation 2008. So it was shortly after that he did the trademark deal. And like I said, it's made him a lot of money. Like, thumbs up, dude. Like, that was a smart move because, like I said, it's made him a couple $100,000 over the last couple of years.
It'll be interesting to see how many people actually see that story, though, and then are like, oh man, I got a top meme on Reddit one time. Success Kid is gonna make me $1 million. Yes!
Well, the problem with that thought is it's a long post. There's no there's no short form for it, so it probably won't get read that much.
Oh, you mean... Hold on, I have to read to the bottom?
Let me get a drink first, like...
My favorite part about this article is, maybe it's just me, but at the very bottom they have a picture of Adam Sandler with a troll face t-shirt on, as if that is a really good representation of somebody, like, representing the brand. Like, when was the last time Adam Sandler was relevant, guys? Like,
who's Adam Sandler?
Exactly.
Well, hold on, no, I think that's
the 90s.
That's kind of relevant here because here Adam Sandler has a bunch of money and he wants to appear relevant. So what does he do? He goes to Hot Topic and he picks out a t-shirt that all the kids seem to like a lot. And so he puts that on and the troll face guy goes, hey, guy with lots of money trying to appear relevant, you need to pay up if you want to appear relevant. And so Adam Sandler doesn't want to go to court and starts opening up his wallet. That's brilliant for the kid. Now, we're all cheering for the kid here, but let's make no mistake, this kid is doing exactly the same thing that corporations are doing all over the place by saying, actually, we've got a patent on that cancer treatment, so good luck with that. Like, yes, he had an idea first, and some people, are all about, like, it's the internet, we should be able to share everything and talk about it. It's content that we give to one another, and he does say that he allows that.
Yep.
For some people.
He said if the guy that had created Meme Run had come to him and said, look, can I use this? He probably would have said, yeah, no problem. Go right ahead.
Yeah. And so that's why I have no problem with him. But what I'm worried about is the people that realize how much is uncopyrighted on the internet. How much is out there in the world that we all share. Enough. It's a community. A perfect example is in the Twitch chat. As soon as somebody said Trollface, somebody said, I've never seen Trollface, and they put a kappa. And Twitch owns kappa, so I mean, it's obviously they're gonna enforce their copyright, but like, that's something that we've been using for a long time. And can you imagine if the guy's face? Because does he still work for Twitch? It was an old Justin TV employee, was it not?
I don't know where the kappa face came from.
I think I looked this up a long time ago. It was a Justin TV employee who was they just kind of started using him for a sarcasm emote. And long story short, anyways, I think Twitch has all that legal stuff wrapped up. But can you imagine if some of these employees who are, all the faces that we use on Twitch, Frankie, Z, and all the rest, can you imagine if somebody came in and said, actually, you can't use that anymore because I own the copyright and I want money.
Yeah.
And Twitch had to shut it down. Like, all of a sudden we'd be like, no, that's not right. That's not just. I mean, you're not smart. You're stupid. Like.
Yeah, and the target that people will get mad at would be Twitch, not the guy forcing them to be pulled down.
Exactly.
Because people are short-sighted. They don't stop and think for a minute. It's like, use your brains, folks.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are going to take a 5-minute break, folks. Gotta, refill the glasses and take care of a little bit of Mother Nature shit. So, in the meantime, I got a nice little sort of humorous intermission for you. So we will see you in 5.
Okay, so it is that time again where you are not reacting to a video today.
Okay, I'm hesitant.
Instead, you're going to be reacting to a clothing fad from the 90s.
Oh.
Okay, I'm like really excited right now.
That many teenagers used to wear, called Jenkos.
I have no idea what that is.
Jenkos?
Jenkos? What the heck is Jenkos?
What do you know about Jenkos?
Nothing.
Never even heard of it.
Is it a type of rain jacket? A clothing item shaped like Jenga. You have to piece them together.
I know as much about it as you told me right now.
Well, we have a pair to give you to get your thoughts.
Okay.
Here are Jenkos.
So they're jeans?
These are ridiculous. Are you kidding me?
Why are the butt pockets so big? It's like my forearm. They should have had these now. I mean, look, you could fit like an iPad in there.
It's bigger than my head.
These are so wide. You can physically put your head all the way in.
These are so ugly. People actually wore these?
So what are your first thoughts?
Come on, guys. The legs are like the width of my body.
It's not my style, but it's really cool.
These look like pants that you would garden in if you were 50.
I know 90s these were like oversized clothing, but this is ridiculous.
To be honest, I'd rather see this on people than like the tight, skinny jeans we wear now.
There were other types of these, including smaller ones for girls.
Oh, of course. Because this would look great on chicks.
Still so ugly.
So unnecessary.
They're not skinny jeans, definitely. I hate the little design.
I guess they'd be really comfortable.
Maybe if they were like flare where they're tight in the legs and then flare out, but this is just like, whoa.
And there also were really giant ones, including one style called mammoths.
Wait. This is like something Fat Albert would wear. Look at this! These are huge.
These are so big.
They actually have the mammoth on it.
Who would want that on their butt?
I'm just surrounded by fabric right now.
I want to wear these to school and just see if I get beat up.
They're so ugly. Look at these things. They need to be burned.
So Jenko was a company, and in the 90s, their ultra-wide, straight-legged denim jeans became popular for male teens. Did you know this was a thing people wore?
No.
No, I don't get it.
This is insane. I had no idea. I've never seen these before.
I did. My brother had a couple pairs. I don't know why anyone would like wearing pant legs bigger than their body.
So the main group that started to wear these were skaters.
Okay.
But then it branched out and was worn in the metal scene, the rave scene, the goth scene, and even the hip-hop scene.
Really? I mean, I guess I see it in the hip-hop community.
Sales in 1998 peaked at $186.9 million worth of Jenko jeans.
No. You swear?
I swear.
You lie.
How did I never know about these?
Can you believe that kids your age were wearing this?
No, I don't get it.
I couldn't see anyone actually rocking these.
I can, but these are so ugly. Like, how did they find these attractive?
I could totally believe it. I mean, the stuff that we wear now, I can't believe.
I'm mind-boggled. I feel like it's so cool.
What are the styles of jeans that people wear now?
Skinny jeans?
Black skinny jeans.
The high-waisted pants.
Boot cut or boyfriend jeans.
Stuff that completely constrain everything and they suck.
Another part of this was the artwork.
This?
What do you think of the idea that they would have various types of logos on the jeans for you to buy?
I guess it's like wearing a t-shirt now. with a logo on it.
It's actually really smart to make each one a little unique.
I guess it adds an extra aspect of style. I don't mind that. Some of them might actually look cool. As long as my butt pocket's not bigger than my leg, I'm okay.
You know what's gonna happen next.
I'm gonna have to try them on.
We want you to try a pair on.
All right.
Which ones?
I kind of want to put on these ones just because they're so big.
This is not cute.
I don't even have to take my shoes off for this. Look how big the pant legs are. Look at that. I can fit my entire foot, like, straight.
How do I look, guys? It's like wearing a jean dress.
What was someone thinking? What was the thought process here?
Urkel here.
The pockets go down all the way to here.
This is unnecessary! Oh, that's uncomfortable. More than uncomfortable. That's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever felt in my life. You're not capable of walking in these. You are not... This is... No. I like them. And then if, like, you feel self-conscious, then you have another pair of pants under it. So it's like... It's perfect.
How do you think this happens? It's something that used to be popular, and now, not too many years later, you think it's crazy to wear jeans like this.
I think because style changes so much so fast.
It's just weird right now because they're like 100% 180 of what I normally wear. Trends change. I'm kind of glad this one did.
So the 90s is when we were teenagers, so we had Jenkos.
You did not wear these.
In fact, we have a picture of Rafi wearing them when he was 17.
Stop.
I would love to see that picture. Yes.
Oh my gosh, no!
They don't look as bad as I thought.
I mean, you look really cool. You look like you think you're really cool.
Rough! They're so big and they don't look good at all.
This is actually from a movie that we made 15 years ago.
Oh, man.
That's like when I was born.
We have a very quick clip of Rafi from our movie Community Service. Would you like to see?
Yes, very much so.
It's like Benny Rafi History Day.
They're so baggy.
Strip nude. Kick the shit out of them. So metal.
Sick hair.
Slade. Ah. I'm gonna call you Slade from now on.
Yes, that's so awesome. You're so hardcore. You've come so far. I'm proud of you. Oh, that's awesome. I still don't understand the pants.
So finally, you might be wondering why we're choosing now to do this episode, and it's because it was just announced that Jenko jeans are going back into production.
No.
What's your prediction? Will this become a thing again?
Maybe.
No. I'm sorry, no. I really hope to God no.
If it gets big, I'm not doing it. I refuse.
I don't want to see my children wearing these. I don't want to see my grandchildren.
Hello, everybody, and we're back. Just bringing back some memories for those of you that might actually remember those pants. God help you. They were nightmares.
You know, I always wanted a pair of Jinko jeans, and my mother would never spend the $60 or fucking $70 they were when you wanted to purchase them. They were expensive.
Why, girl? Why would you...
But you need to buy all that cloth for all of those small childhood hands making them in the little factories, you know?
Oh, come on, Cranky. I mean, what
so
was super popular back in your day, like, that kids would wear?
Bell bottoms, and didn't you say you owned platform shoes?
Oh!
I also had a really nice pair of Italian leather calf-high boots.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even mad at that.
See, you know what I did one time? I wore jeans. I wore jeans all the time, and they were usually patch jeans. I did the patches myself, and I had one pair of jeans that was all patches. You know, different colors, deer skin, you know, different materials, different designs. And I used to, you know, that's how you saw me. And I had, you know, long hair like this now, or a little long. No, I think it was a little longer. Anyway, and then one time I went down with my parents down to Toronto. I went to the House of Lords. If you know Toronto, that is the premier style shop for hair, or at least it was back in the day. Got my hair cut, styled, the whole works. And went to probably one of the ritzier secondhand stores, which is where I got those boots. I got a couple pairs of really, you could probably call them Armani pants now, and a blazer and a couple really nice shirts. And I walked into school that next Monday dressed to the nines, and everybody was going, "Who the fuck are you?"
Today I learned Cranky has spent more on style than I have ever spent on vegetables.
Well, you know something I learned today? That Pokemon can be kind of scary. There's some...
How so?
Well, no shit.
Well, I tell you what. We have a video of how Pokemon has got a horrifying dark side.
User in your channel timed out.
So let's have a look and see what they have to say about it.
Pokey wrong.
Pokemon! Gotta catch 'em!
No, thank you. Don't test our friendship.
Ah, you're just jealous because of my dope Pokemon, whatever. What do they call them? I mean, I know it's a Pokeball, but does it... Oh.
Like
well,
a boss.
I bet you don't have as many
User
rare
entered your
Pokemon
Epic
as...
shiny Tepig.
What?
In my house.
How? How?
First time? I daisy-chained 4 Game Boys together and played for 72 hours straight, missing my brother's wedding.
I understand and respect that.
But, if you're into Pokemon, the ultimate challenge is to have a deconstruction off.
Oh, what? So I get like 30 points for saying it's analogous to dogfighting, that kind of thing?
No, because you can only use ones that I haven't heard like 1,000,000 times already. And then I do one. Standard Boggle rules.
I don't know Boggle rules.
Well, you do now. It's the thing I just said. Look, I'll go. You notice how fucked up it is that all the Pokemon are just named the same thing that they are? Like every Pikachu in the world, except 1 or 2, is named Pikachu. If your Dig Trio dies, get another Dig Trio, name it Dig Trio. It's like if every human named their pets dog and iguana. These trainers clearly have no emotional connection to these scores of animals that they're supposed to be overseeing. It's blackfish up in this shit.
So what about when you defeat a wild Pokemon but you don't capture it? You just leave it passed out, right? You can't do that. You can't just leave a forest creature unconscious in the woods. That Pokemon is dead meat, man. I bet you make like 10,000 Pokemon orphans every time you play through one of those games.
Yeah. Not to mention the fact that one of the Pokemons is a human soul bonded with shards of pottery. A human soul that you've trapped and trained to fight for, presumably, eternity. Gets pretty messed up if you think about literally any of the implications of that at all.
And what about the Pokeballs? Or the whole Pokemon storage system infrastructure? I mean, this is a universe that has the technology to digitize living creatures and transmit them as data to any Pokemon centers anywhere in the world. That's teleportation, Holmes.
Yeah. You'd think they could come up with, like, 8 better things to do with that technology than propagate competitive animal fighting.
And it's worse than that. People think violent video games desensitize kids to violence? No. Take Pokemon, okay? This is a game that lets your kid play as a kid who himself uses others to inflict violence. That's as distancing and desensitizing as you can get. Pokemon basically says, "Aw, kids, don't fight. Train an army to fight for you."
Yes! Okay, good point, sure, but you skipped mine, so now I get super long-winded extra bonus bottle point.
Sure, of course, hit me.
Okay, so you know Pokemon X and Y?
Yeah.
There's a villain called N.
Like the M one? I skipped the cutscenes. This seems pretty edgy for Pokemon.
No, it's just N, like Q or M, but it's N. He's a white guy with green ponytail. Anyway, him and his team, Team Plasma, their whole goal is to destroy the Pokemon storage infrastructure because they want to release all the Pokemon because they think Pokemon should roam free. And was raised by Pokemon as a kid. It's pretty stupid. Bear the way. The point being, just the existence of these protesters means that this issue of Pokemon is not black and white. This is a society where not everyone is on board with the whole trapping and fighting of animals. If they have concerns, shouldn't we also?
Do we though?
No. You win, you beat N. He loses. You beat him with your Pokemon.
Well, sure, he's got no Pokemon.
Right.
You free all your... You're not gonna have any if you...
He doesn't have any to...
Yeah. Wow. That's cool. Okay, so who won this little thing? Who wins?
Both won, man. both won. Sure. Cool. But like, what's the scoring system? Or is there a way? Basically, it's like a catching them all sort of thing. So like, I was gonna ask. You're N now.
Wow, that shit got deep.
So, have you ever looked at Pokemon that way before? You know, it's this dark tale of child abuse and everything like that.
Child abuse, not as much. Although, every once in a while you'll get like the whole. I'm going way back to like the original Pokemon when I just first started it, and like Gary was so aggressive, or at least my bad guy was named Gary. I don't know. You could name him anything, couldn't you? So like people.
So who's Gary?
Gary, who was like the bad guy. He was basically in this video.
But like, who's Gary in your life?
In my life, it was my abusive grandfather. Thanks for bringing that up. That's
Aww.
That's old. No, actually.
Way to make me feel like an asshole. That was really good. Thank you.
Right. So I'm your Gary. Is basically how that's going.
Gary. So he was very aggressive.
Well, basically, yeah. Anytime these there's a lot of Nintendo things like this. Like, you start a story, and you're just some, like, kid, because they want to make it as approachable as possible to all of the kids that love buying games. And then you come across just this antagonist who's a dick. Just, like, he's not even realistic in how, awful he is to you. And then you kind of, you have this moment where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna ruin everything about him. I'm gonna follow him around on a quest and destroy him. And that's it becomes they give it some shine, you're gonna be the greatest Pokemon trainer ever, but realistically you're like, no, I'm just gonna make him feel like an idiot. I'm gonna travel the world and ruin his life. And that was my motivation. I don't know. That might have been because his name was Gary, and I hated it. Sorry. I feel like I keep railroading, and I'm just...
You're brilliant.
This is my first time here. I gotta cool out. I'm done for a bit.
No, bring it back in.
No, bring it back in, dude.
All right, I got other points.
Gary is going to be a thing here now, folks. Gary, yes. Gary is going to be a thing. We got to find an emote for Gary. Yes.
Oh.
Anyway.
I've got nothing for that.
I got nothing either.
You should have just dropped the mic and just walked out of the room. Just done. Oh, that was brilliant.
When I was doing
Not sure how I managed to do that without knocking it right off my... I was hoping to knock it right off. But I have arms like a wee girl.
When I was doing the morning show this morning, and I was scrolling through my news feed. I saw this line. Have you seen Salvador Dali and Louis Brunel's surrealistic film Unchen whatever? You might know it as that weird film where a load of seemingly unconnected things happen. Oh yeah, and that dude slices a woman's eye open with a razor.
Have you guys seen that?
No.
It's actually just so everybody knows. Salvador Dali, there's this film scene, famous film scene, where somebody's holding open this woman's eye and holds a razor like this, and then you see a razor go across an eyeball and split it open so that it and it's actually a goat's eye, it's a film trick, they just switch on the swipe. So no, he didn't actually cut her eye open, but at the same time, yes, they did cut an eye open, and it's disgusting.
What got me was the Salvador Dali reference. I'm a big Salvador Dali fan. I love Salvador Dali's work. He's one crazy motherfucker who has weird, very weird. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and has an anteater for a pet. Yes.
That's a thing.
Yeah, he did. He had he used to walk around Paris with an anteater on a leash.
Original hipster is what you're saying.
Badass.
Yes, he was badass. Yeah,
I tried to walk my cat outside, but I pretty much just ended up dragging her across the grass because she wasn't feeling that. So, Anteater wins.
This is a lead-in to
Pretty much the same thing.
a short game called The Tender Cut. It's a free short game inspired by that film. Now, we have a bit of a playthrough. I don't know if I'll play the whole thing. It's a little long, but we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, this is The Tender Cut.
Welcome to the bubble where we sometimes like to delve into the surreal. Today we're gonna try out The Tender Cut. Now this game is on Game Jolt, link down below, check it out. I'm somewhat excited for this because this game is basically a first-person interactive exploration something-esque game based, or at least inspired by, the film An Andalusian Dog, specifically the eye-cutting scene, which is brilliant. If you have not seen that movie yet, I highly advise you go check it out. It's not
He's
that
got a
long.
lot of
You can even
passion
find it
for
on
what he's
YouTube.
doing, doesn't
It
he?
is a collection
I
or a
really
chronologically
like him.
messed up sequence of events and images that just do not make a lot of sense. But that is the point. It's surrealism. They're not supposed to make sense. Some people try to interpret them and whatever, but the main point is that you just bask and be fascinated by them, which is not that hard to do if you watch the movie. It is weirdly fascinating. But listen to me blabber on for eternity. Alright, options. I do not need to adjust anything, thank you. Watch! Let's do this. Oh, check these things out. I gotta choose one of these objects, though I have no idea what any of them do. Maybe they affect gameplay? I do not know.
Yes,
Let's go with this
I thought so.
I have no idea what I just did. Alright. Oh shit, the beginning scene! Brace yourselves! Gets me every single time. You gotta watch this movie, man. But check this game out. The atmosphere is absolutely fantastic. Really well made. Sweet, this game looks flawless. Whoa, alright. I can actually stand up, walk around. Holy shit. Fiddle with the TV, turn it off. No, thank you. Volume. Yeah, let's leave this like that. And this is the channel knob, or whatever this is called. Nothing is happening if I turn it. That is weird. I can pick this thing up. I'm guessing this is a prop from the movie. Whoa. Alright. Look at this. A cigarette and a lighter. Shit. You can actually smoke. This is the most accurate portrayal of smoking I have seen in a game. Let's step on the balcony. Gaze at the moon. The howl of the wolf in the background. Sweet. Check this! This is so romantic in a weird way. I love the black and white aesthetic. This game looks beautiful. Really nice job. Okay, and I can puff this baby. Sweet. Alright. Shit, this is a ashtray. I can extinguish it. Awesome. Oh, you can pick up everything in this game. Sweet. What is that? The lighter. I do not need this thing. And look, the razor that was used to cut the woman's eye. Shit. Absolutely incredible. I love it how people try to interpret the movie, but there's really no point to it, is there? Light this thing! Oh shit, the hand! With the ant! With the woman on the other side! Fuck! Okay. Oh shit. Sweet Jesus. Oh my god! This is so awesome! Look at how cool these look! I can squish them! Such interactivity!
Oh, no. No, don't poke the hole.
Maybe I can insert something into this thing.
The pea.
I don't know. And whoa, wait a minute. I can't believe I didn't see this other painting before. Let's examine it. It's a painting of that box from the movie. Fiddle with it. Whoa. Okay, a key. I'm guessing this thing unlocks the box itself. But I have no idea where to find it. I can't see it anywhere. Let's just put it here for now and examine these other objects. What is this? Look at the box, but it's... I can't read Spanish, I'm sorry. God damn it. Curse me! Alright, maybe. Oh, wait a minute. Holy shit, what? This thing just appeared out of nowhere. Okay. The key, come to me. Show me, reveal to me your secrets. Alright, check this out. Oh, check it out. Yes, the death skull moth from the movie. Shit. Wait a minute, I can squish it! No! No, I could squish you! I think. God damn it, look at how it flies into... Whoa! Holy sh... Whoa! Whoa! What the hell is going on? Dude! Dude, that sent shivers down my spine. What the hell was that? Let's see that again.
I'd watch him.
It's gone. Shit. That was... No, wait a minute. Whoa.
Ninja.
Whoa. I am never staring into the moon ever again. Okay. So now what? What else can I do here? What's the point of this hole? Jesus Christ, I cannot use any objects on this.
Like I said,
maybe the cigarette
Green King Dog has some competition.
Okay, check this out. Where is it? Here it is. Good. Maybe this is like the secret to everything. I have no idea what is going on. Okay. Yes! Holy shit! Okay. I'll just leave it like that. Can I combine this somehow now? No. What about this thing? Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Oh, I can sharpen this. Whoa. That is weird. That is so weird. I think it's about high time I stopped questioning this. So, let's see if we can examine it.
Anyway, so we've got an idea of what the tender cut.
Does he cut anybody?
What, you want me to go back and watch the rest of it?
Oh, wait, can I play it?
No, you can't.
I have no power.
You have no power here. Yes, that was my Arnie voice. You have no power here.
Kind of sounded like my mother.
Thanks a lot.
Like Arnie Mouskowitz, or...
Anyway, what, like, other than this guy just riffing on this game, it was, you know, which was hilarious in itself. Is this, like, I know you like to play sort of offbeat games, Dallin. Is this something that would be up your alley?
It's something that I would play, probably. I don't know if it's something that I would choose to stream necessarily, but it's, I like it, and it's a really bad reason why.
Why?
Is basically because there is a whole world out there that don't take games seriously. And when you throw out a name, like, say you're at a dinner party or something, and somebody's asking you, like, oh, you know, tell me, what have you been up to? And if I was to launch into, well, you know, Gary stole all my Pokemon, then, like, their attention is gone. They don't care. But if I was to tell them, well, recently I happened to be looking into some Salvador Dali work, and I realized some things that hadn't occurred to me before, and I start, like, throwing out these images, and they're like, oh, yes, continue. I haven't heard of quite that take before. How did you come upon this? And it's a video game. Psych! Oh, you thought it was something else. There's an argument out there by Roger Ebert, God rest in peace, and he said video games are not art.
Yes.
They cannot be art.
And he got a lot of flack for that.
He got a lot of flack, and I think it's because he was wrong.
Yes.
He didn't know how wrong he was at that point.
Didn't he turn around later and say I was wrong?
I think he did. I think he said, listen, games aren't my forte. Like, his forte was movies. That's what he chose. So, but there's still a lot of people with that idea, right? Like, that video games and gaming can't be used in an important way. And I mean, let's not even jump out and say this game is so important. Let's not do that. But let's, like, the fact that they're exploring a different avenue and doing different sides of things for gaming. You know, they're trying to expose different parts of culture. I think is very cool, and I think it'll get people writing about gaming in a different way. Like the New York Times might go, hold on, there's a game about Salvador Dali and you know, kids can look into surrealism and find, you know, new exposures to art that, like, kids don't look at art anymore. Kids don't go to a museum. They don't care. But we can expose kids to new things through gaming that they've never had a chance to, and I think that's really important. So I will support it for that reason, even if it's a horrible game. I will buy the crap out of it.
I was gonna say, don't even ask me. I can't follow up on that. That was brilliant.
Yeah, no, I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to go to the opposite end of the spectrum on this with Killing Floor 2.
Nice segue.
Killing Floor 2 is coming out, folks. We're all, you know, there are fans of that game out there that are just chomping at the bit. One of our co-hosts, Fioli, is one of those people. She absolutely loves Killing Floor, and she just can't wait to get her hands on Killing Floor 2. And we have a bit of now the early access version is coming with 4 classes, 3 maps, and about 11 different types of monsters. This trailer we have is of, I guess, one of those sequences. So let's, if I can find where my mouse is, there we go. Let's have a quick look at it. It's not overly long, but let's have a look.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, hell no.
At least you keep the name simple. That's like after a bad hangover.
It's the walk of shame.
That's just puked all over the bathroom. See, that's what happens when you mess with DNA, folks. That's what happens. So anyway, that is just a couple of the monsters that you're going to get in Killing Floor 2. Haas, are you alright? Yeah.
Well, at least we didn't get one of those things. I can't. God damn it, like, the fucking lickers from Resident Evil 2 scared me. I can't play this shit. Fucking, I'd scream and run away from my computer. Like, I can't. Oh my god. They're so bad.
You didn't see what Dallin did you?
No.
Who said I did anything?
What did he do?
Past broadcast.
God damn it. Oh, I should stream it. I'm just terrible. I will.
Yes, Dallin.
That was cool.
What did you do?
I don't know, like that first scene, it was like,
thank you. Look,
here comes the claw, and I'm like, actually, it looks like here comes Dallin jumping out of the shower because he forgot he ordered a pizza and it's here. And like, so
you're household must be rather interesting.
My roommate hates me. Poor guy's probably trying to sleep right now.
Well, it's still early where you are, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so tell him to fuck off. It's not 11 o'clock yet where you are, I don't think. Anyway. Oh, goodness me. So, yeah, Killing Floor 2, folks, it's coming. I know Fioli's going to be happier than a pig in shit when it hits. And, because I know she's... ever since I've met her, that's all she's taught. Like, when it comes to FPS or this type of... is like, Killing Floor, Killing Floor, Killing Floor. She loves this game. And apparently, I guess she kicks some pretty serious ass in it, too. Camelot Unchained. It was a kickstarted MMO. There's still a long way to go with the game, and we have some footage from a recent tech alpha. But visible are the faction selection screen, character creation, build your own ability interfaces, and most importantly, stable battle featuring dozens of people. The animations and effects are still a little basic, but the bread and butter essence of fights erupting around medieval style can be appreciated. Even more impressive are some of the results of the brick-by-brick building system. The player designed keeps and castles. It's a bit Minecrafty. Camelot Unchained was successfully kickstarted nearly 2 years ago. Developer City State Entertainment has been building alongside the game, and after a slow start, the ball appears to be rolling. We do have the alpha video, which is not overly long. If it is, I will be cutting it short because, you know, I don't want you guys to suffer through crap.
What are we in Westeros?
Yeah, really, eh? You a Game of Thrones fan, Dallin?
Yes. Yes.
You sit on a throne of lies. Are you really? You're not, are you?
I am, but it's not one of those things that I, like, openly...
admit?
Fan gush about, yeah.
Oh, okay. Of course, nice firm breasts. I wonder how the breast physics are.
He's got like that starving child belly thing going on.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
It's deep character customization.
They go deep. They go very deep.
So deep.
So deep. Okay, well let's just skip ahead a little here and see something interesting.
Walking simulator.
There is strafing.
Okay, I'm not... Yeah, maybe almost too deep, Monkey. Yeah. Almost too deep. Music's kind of epic.
It's kind of old school, actually.
Orchestral.
I mean, this is like Lords of the Realm 2 music. Which got in my head for days.
Okay, let's skip ahead a little bit. Okay, so we got the day version of the night version. It's an alpha, Theo. It's gonna look like shit. And like Karate says, they probably aren't going for uber graphics.
Landmark.
Yeah, eh? Little bit of rust. Okay, that's good enough. Do you get the feeling that a lot of these MMO games or these building games, like they're trying to do what everybody else is doing, just with a little maybe of a twist to it. Like I'm not getting any originality here. This is like a lot of other shit that's out there that really, is boring as hell.
I think there's two sides of that sword. Like, I think you have a Kickstarter where a developer has a really cool idea for, castle playing game. You build your own castles and you have your own land and blah blah blah, and there's wars and fights and cool things, and all the fans are like, oh my goodness, that idea is epic, I love it, let's support it. And then you get into the creation of it and you throw in some alpha players, and the alpha players are like, it'd be cool if I could do the things that I did in Minecraft. It would be cool if, there's another game out that has this thing that's really cool, and it would be cool if I could do that. It would make life way easier, it'd be simpler. And so the developer, well, okay, yeah, sure, I want to appease my fan base. I want to make it look like I'm doing some stuff. Here's a tool that you can use to build as easily and quickly as you can in Minecraft. And then suddenly, well, if I can do the things that I could do in Minecraft, why can't I do the things that I can do, with Landmark or with all those other games that come out, Cube World? I don't know. To be honest, I stopped playing a lot of them, and I kind of wait until the finished product is out now for a lot of this stuff too, so you gotta remember, I haven't played any of this. I can't say that it's the same or different or better or anything, but
no, it's your opinion, and that's what's important here.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, yeah, it is very, very important. What about you, Haas? What do you think?
Well, first a question: is this the game you were watching?
No,
like
that's
okay,
Crowfall.
Okay, all right. That was my first before we even started. I'm still on that same train of thought, like, because we were talking about it with MMOs, but I feel like it's with each very specific genre. Every time something new comes out, you're gonna get the two sides, because everybody who's just unhappy when they see the trailers or the alphas, they're always looking for that next big, huge thing. And I feel like the people who feel that way about these games can't quite find it either. So they're usually unhappy, because a lot of people in chat were going crazy about how awesome this game looked and how excited they were. Doesn't excite my soul, because I don't play games like that, but that's cool. I don't really have to. But I do. That's the biggest argument. Whenever we see these new trailers come out and these new games in a well, defined fucking game style, and everybody's always like, well, it's just like this, but it sucks, or it's just like that. Well, what exactly are these people looking for to make them happy? Because this might actually provide things that are very unique or beneficial to the people who like to play these kinds of games. Like, what is it that people are looking for? Because they can't get that fucking fill. That's I hear it all the time. It was more with MMOs, but now that I'm seeing more of this stuff.
Well, this is being built
This is an MMO?
Yeah, this is being built as an MMO.
Well, all right, there you go.
But I want to go back to a point that you raised down, where where developers are listening to the alpha testers and the people in forums and the people on Twitter or whatever saying, "Oh, we need if we can do this, we need if we can do this," and they start piling shit in.
Yeah.
You know the game Long Dark?
No, I can't say that.
Okay, well they're actually a Vancouver-based game software developer.
Oh, actually, I do know the game Long Dark, and it's on my wish list right now. So we'll see if it ever comes on sale. I'm gonna play it.
The lead developer, CEO, founder of that development house, he came out and said, "Look, this is our game. This is what we want for this game. We will listen. We will, maybe, take some of this into consideration. But this is our vision."
Mm-hmm.
And he says, too often developers now are getting their vision sidetracked because they're going with this newest trend of listening to the potential audience and getting those pieces and putting it in. And he's saying, no, this is our vision, and that's what developers need to do. They need to start getting back to their vision of a game. The gamers will come to it if they like it. So that to me, like I totally agree with what he said.
Yeah, I do too. And actually, I just kind of want to point out for the chat too, like we've got Karita and Kellendros right now talking about this game, and they seem to be a little bit more aware of, why this game is exciting for the community and why, it got kickstarted in the first place. And so they're listing some of the stuff, which if you're in chat, you've read it. But, I mean, there is some exciting parts about this game. And for us, obviously we haven't, maybe we haven't been following it, so closely. And I know I for sure haven't. But, when we watch that trailer, it's not like something jumps out at us like, oh, I want to do that. I like, that's the thing I want to do. But it goes to show that there is a community out there that has been listening to this developer talk about his ideas. And he has some ideas that are at least unique enough to get a community involved in kickstarting it and get it involved in an alpha program and, get it started so that now there is a trailer. He probably doesn't have the bucks to make it look flashy and exciting so that, us plebs will get in on it. But
it's also a common thing these days, it seems, especially among the indie developers or, indie developers with big idea projects like this, that we're starting to see alpha test videos. We're starting to see, a series of those. We're starting to see dev logs showing up on YouTube and so on, and they're live streaming like Folk Tales. One of my, I really like it. They have a regular dev stream every week, where they either released a patch or whatever, but they talk about what they're working on. Like, that kind of involvement I really, really like and I agree with. I think it's a great thing to do. What I don't want to have happen is I want to play the game that the developer dreamed of. I want to play that game. I don't want to play the game that has 500 people wanting their input included.
Oh. Apparently the guy who's creating this is the guy that created Dark Age of Camelot. And
yeah, that's what I understand as well. I know both Karita and Veg have been just, granted Karita's still, she's hesitant about it, but she's still defending the work that they're doing.
Cool.
And that's not to say it's not going to be a good game. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, this is sort of an auxiliary conversation about and this isn't directed directly at Camelot Unchanged. Okay, this is what I see as happening in the indie, and sort of seeping into the triple A's.
It like you said with The Long Dark, I mean, that's a survival game. How many survival games have we seen come out that are doing like, I mean, Don't Starve came out, and I kind of got started with Don't Starve, and then and that was kind of even like a little bit Minecrafty because you had the mobs that you had to defend against, and you have to have your little camp, and then you have these other games like Rust come out, and Daisy, you know, was out, and all these great ideas and concepts, different games, but then it seems like all we seem to be doing is fighting zombies and being afraid of the night and making sure that we have rations and campfires and you know, how do you differentiate yourself once the market becomes saturated? Like, we have so many zombie games now. We have so many different, not the MMOs. What's the other one? The Dotas and the League of Legends and the
MMOs. No, MOBAs.
MOBAs. Yeah. So I mean, there's like, it's not just that you're getting different ideas springing up in games. You're getting whole genres that are getting just filled with different creations, and some are hitting it right on the nose, and some are just kind of hoping to get what everybody else is getting. So
yeah, like,
riding on that, yeah.
I often point to Long Dark because I think in some ways it is unique. The way they're doing things, I've got to get back into it. They've done a couple updates to it, and I got to get back to playing it again for a little while. But I think it was his comment that really struck a chord with me. The fact that this is our vision. This is what we want this game to be. It's not that we're not going to listen to you. It's not that we're going to let you take part in the development process of this. But and that's what I want out of the game. I don't want there's crowdsourcing the funding of a game, and then there's crowdsourcing the development of the game. I don't want that. Be the funders, be the testers, help fix the game, but don't change the game from the developer's dream, their vision. That I don't want.
True. What if the developer sucks with vision?
Then the game dies.
Well, then, the game shouldn't even
let
be.
It die.
Yeah, the game dies.
Then let it die on Origin.
Oh!
Yeah, I said it.
Yeah,
I said it.
You said it. While we're talking of survival genre, there's another one coming from Flix Interactive. It's called Eden Star. It went into early access 2 months ago. Sales apparently have been pretty good. They're doing a couple unique things with the game, but let's have a look at the trailer for it. Let me just get this queued up, and we'll take a quick look at the trailer for Eden Star and see what they're trying to sell us.
Man emerged from his caves to construct other kinds of shelters. Newton explored the meaning of gravity. The steam engine provided a new source of power. The vast stretches of the unknown and the unanswered and the unfinished still far outstrip our collective comprehension. So it is not surprising that some would have us stay where we are a little longer. Man in his quest for knowledge and progress is determined and cannot be deterred. No man can fully grasp how far and how fast we have come.
Beautiful looking game. Okay, that's enough of that trailer.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about.
What?
Marketing, man. I have no idea what this game is about, except that it might be a space-time Skyrim, and it has JFK in it.
Okay,
I'm ready to throw down $70.
Now, the people who've been playing the game already say it doesn't just feel like a survival game, it feels a way more aggressive. The idea of going from survival through dominating your environment is what they wanted to push. While the pioneers themselves are frail beings suspended in stasis, they have incredible minds capable of throwing their consciousness into bodies of muscle-bound specimens on Ferris 7 like psychic ventriloquists. For us, pioneers are like the Jedi. They're like the Spartans. Flix has drawn inspiration and frustration from Half-Life 2's anti-gravity gun for their physics-based combat. We've built upon the notion of what if. When I was playing Half-Life 2, I loved being able to pick things up and throw them, but I was always like, rather than pull an object towards me and then push it, why can't I grab it and then smash it? In Eden Star you can, and there are plans for bullet storm style combos, bounding an enemy off 2 or 3 surfaces, for instance, to enable kill move. Tyrrell is looking at Valve's example for Game World Continuity 2, steering clear of on-screen combos in favor of uncluttered planet that players feel they can intuitively interact with. They're also working with NVIDIA to use the graphic company's Apex destruction system in harmony with Unity Engine 4's open world streaming tech. The upshot of which is you'll be able to fire a rocket from one part of Eden Star 1.5 kilometer their map to the other and achieve the desired effect. So they're trying to pioneer some interesting mechanics in the game. You're still shaking your head, Dallin.
Oh, to me, like when you listed that, when you were reading, you basically, the things that I picked up on were a whole bunch of games. Half-Life 2, Bulletstorm combos. We got, some of chat was talking about Destiny that the world reminds them of, and I think the more the unique aspects that you're kind of referring to will happen more in the engine and in the game, and to a programmer that would make all the difference in the world. Like, oh, we're doing something completely different, but to the gamer who plays the game is like, well, I did this, I've done this before, and it's tons of fun. And don't get me wrong, like I saw the trailer, I told you I want to throw money at the screen right now. But it's nothing new specifically. I'm hearing a lot of, yeah, you can not just pull it towards you, but you can smash it, and it's, to me, that I don't care. I just smash. Yeah, that's awesome. I also want to throw stuff, and I want to. Can I paint? Can I paint with stuff? Like, is there?
Right now, it's $21.99 on Steam.
$29.99?
Yep.
Good Lord.
And I will get the Steam page for chat just in case they're interested. And
it's very early access. Is that not the case? Like,
yeah, it's early access.
It says pre-alpha. I believe pre. If you're before A, that's like numbers. It's not even.
No, that was, I believe, the Camelot on. Oh no, this was a pre-alpha video. This is the only one I could find other than playthroughs.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from like I think 2011, 2012. So it's an older video. So they've come a long way since that.
All right, so I don't even know if this is really relevant, but I'm going to throw this out there anyway, because I just don't want to sit in my chair all night and just sit here. Like, know what I'm talking about, but I don't.
Yes.
How often do you think then, because watching this and not seeing like a whole lot, and then, you know, Dallet?
Yeah.
I had to hold my nose and say it, because that's the proper way to pronounce it, is what I read today. Yeah. Shit, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, like nothing seems really new. You know what I mean? Like it feels like other games in a way, kind of thing. How often then do we see these new games that come out and they're fucking gorgeous, and you're just like, I'm like, give me something sexy aesthetically, and I'm like, okay, let me buy it, even though I don't even like this kind of game, and I probably won't ever play it, but here's all my money because it's pretty. That's what I do. But like, how often do they spend all their time and energy making something like so phenomenally, like aesthetically pleasing, and just the gameplay is absolute shit? Like, do you find that happening a lot? Like, is that a thing, or is that something I just kind of made up while watching this? Because we've gone through games I've never heard of, and like, I'll watch shit and I'm like, wow, that's phenomenal what they can do now, but it's kind of like, well, the game is shit. Like absolute shit. Like you just you flush your money, put it in a toilet, shit on it, and then flush it. It's kind of the process with it. Like, is that a thing that's happening, or am I making that up?
That's absolutely a thing. But it happens in different ways. I think where. Sorry. Am I muted?
No.
I hit my thing. I couldn't hear you.
Tired of my voice. I get it. It happens. I just think what you're saying, it happens in different ways, where like one game will be aesthetically pleasing, and then the gameplay, like that picking up and smashing thing that you were really looking forward to, is so clunky and weird, like in Force Unleashed 2, where you're a Jedi and you're supposed to be all powerful, and you're like, pick up barrel, lift barrel, throw it at the bad guy. I'm dead already. And so you kind of like, you get frustrated, and then the game ends up being like 4 hours long, and you're like, why did I spend money on this? And that was just one example. But then there's the other problem is, for me specifically, in creative building block kind of games and those survival situations, and I'll just use Minecraft as the example. Minecraft is a brilliant game, and it's still brilliant. And you can go out and you can spend money on it, and it'll be well worth your time to play it. Except that when I sit down to play Minecraft, I build my first fort. And then I'm like, well, now what am I going to do? I've dug a hole in the ground, and I spend another 2, 3, 4 hours just digging a bigger hole in the ground. And I don't get very creative because I'm not that smart. And so the game isn't fun for me. Like, I stopped playing Minecraft because I could get diamond armor, but honestly, who has time to dig that big of a hole? It stops being fun. And there are people out there who love digging those holes, and they love building and doing creative things, and they build the Star Trek Enterprise. And Minecraft becomes a brilliant game because of the people that play it, rather than the
game itself,
the people that made it.
Yeah. Okay, let's quickly cover The Witcher 3 stuff, and then we'll be out of here, so that Haas can get out of her chair.
She looks good in the chair, though.
Apparently, we are going to be getting... The game isn't even out yet. You can pre-order it. Witcher 3 is available for pre-order. It's, $39.99, $49.99, somewhere around there. But they've already announced the fact that there is going to be 2 expansion packs already in the works for it. I'm not sure
the works are already done.
From what I understand, let me just do a quick click on this. They already have 2 expansions, Heart of Stone and Blood of Wine. Thank you, Old Big Red, for the follow, dude. Slated for 2015 and 2016, respectively.
But they're not telling us if they're done, because if they're done, I want to say fuck you.
I don't think they're done.
No.
All right.
They're slated
That's
for
like-
those years.
That's like saying, here's my game a month, like, I've got all of this DLC that I'm going to charge you $1 million fucking for, and it's done, but I'm not giving it to you because I want to milk you.
Ooh, milk me, baby.
Not milk bags. See, milk bags don't fit into this equation. Do you understand why they're not relevant? You don't milk into a bag.
So,
But of course,
Fuck it.
if we had that emoticon, that would be all over chat right
Oh
now.
yeah, that would be all over chat. Yes, it would be. Yes.
Mhm.
What do you think of this? That, you know, like, okay, the game's not out yet. They announced that they got 2 expansion packs and, you know, DLCs in the works. What do you think? Like, what is it with this company's? You know, like, I've got. Listen, I want Witcher 3. I really do. To me, that is going to be one of my top games, along with No Man's Sky and. There was one other one I can't fucking remember right now. But announcing that they're already working on DLCs, the game's not due out yet. What do you think, Dallin, of this trend of, you know, planning the road for DLCs?
It depends on the company doing it, and it depends on how they execute it. In a case where Borderlands 2 did such a thing, they came out with the main part of the game, and they had DLC planned for it. And, you know, the first one comes out, and people are like, that's pretty good, I guess. And then, but then just successive DLC just keeps coming out for it, and the people that bought that season's pass is like, holy crap! Spending $29 on that was worth it. And, you know, they just new stuff kept coming out, and Borderlands 2 was so fun that people didn't have a problem playing it. So I have no problem with this. I think, first of all, I should say that I'm a huge CD Projekt Red fanboy. I sing their praises. I think they're brilliant. I think that everything they do, and them pioneering the whole what is it even called? Basically the anti-theft devices.
DRM.
The DRM, the anti-DRM. They've pioneered that. They are a AAA project studio that doesn't put out DRM on their game. I mean, Steam being the exception. They release it on Steam because they're not idiots when it comes to marketing. But they, you know, day one DLC being bullshit, I agree. But these guys, no, they've got a plan. They have a good game, they think. They have a good game, and they think that fans will be interested in continuing the story. So they let people know, hey, there will be more, and if you want, you can get it all now, or you can wait until you buy the game and try it out first, and then buy the season's pass. I'm all for it. I'm excited that that they've already planned DLC for it. I think the fact that they're not giving up on the Witcher universe is kind of cool, because it's been a great game, great ride so far.
Well, this game is gonna be successful. Like, I don't have any doubt in my mind that this game is going to be like the next like huge thing. I don't doubt that. My only issue to begin with is if they had already had stuff created for the game ready, but they're not releasing it. Like, that was my only issue, because we've talked about that, like the microtransactions, the DLC, like that whole thing. Like, let's do it. But what you say makes sense. If they have a plan, they have something set in motion, because they know this is going to be successful.
You know, the other thing I really love about this game and this company is that most AAAs, you're lucky if you get, what, 50, 60 hours of gameplay out of it, and they're charging you $60 for it or $50 for it. This game alone, for $49.99, you are getting 200 hours of gameplay or more. The main story is 100 hours. The side quests, when all totaled, bring the total game time to 200 plus hours.
At that, it's like they're paying you money to play it.
Yes! Thank you, Aragon, very, very much. Like, you don't hear that these days coming from... Yeah.
That's why I get the duck face.
Oh.
I go with it.
Sorry, I didn't know we were doing that.
But that's like unheard of these days. Games like okay, MMOs don't come into it, MOBAs don't come into it. That's a whole different thing. But games like this, 200 fucking hours, and you're paying $40, $50 for it. That's a score and a half, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
like, God damn it, give me something to lose myself in. That's all I want.
Yes.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and this is a game that will do it. And the fact is, it's apparently the replayability of this is also very high because there's so many different places.
That's bad news.
Yes, it's.
We won't ever see you again. You're like,
or you'll see me too much, and it'll be like, "Now it's streaming again." Woo.
Anyway, folks, that is it for tonight. I want to thank Dallin very, very much for joining us, and I truly, truly hope you will be back, sir.
Oh, God,
I really do. I really do. And to Haas, who wants to get the fuck out of her chair, thank you very much for being here, dear lady. Much appreciated. Couple notes. I am hoping tomorrow to be sitting down for an interview with the developer of Lancelot's Hangover, Jean-Baptiste. I'm still waiting for confirmation in the morning through Skype, and if it happens, it will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will, of course, be here every night this week with Late Night with Cranky, and I will be here in the mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Morning Coffee with Cranky. We had our first The Rec Room today, which was a lot of fun. It will be back next Tuesday at 2 p.m. So until then, folks, remember, thank you. Oh, by the way, thank you for being here. You guys rock. But, like I said, remember, folks, the two most important words of all time. Game on. Yeah.